5 simple habits of a woman who radiates confidence. You've built a career, navigated relationships, and handled more responsibility than most people could manage. Yet there are moments when you catch yourself second-guessing. Your voice in meetings, your choices at social gatherings, even how you carry yourself through a grocery store. That quiet hesitation? It's not weakness. It's simply that nobody taught you the invisible habits that separate women who seem naturally magnetic from those who fade into backgrounds. Today, that changes. These 5 shifts will rewire how you show up everywhere. Point 1. Trust your intuition over logic. Most women have been trained to override their instincts with rational justifications. Someone makes you uncomfortable, but you can't point to concrete reasons, so you ignore that internal warning. An opportunity feels wrong, but it looks good on paper, so you proceed anyway. Your body says no, but your mind argues you're being irrational. This creates constant internal conflict that erodes confidence. You're literally fighting yourself. What to trust instead? Your intuition is pattern recognition happening faster than conscious thought can track. It's processing micro-expressions, tonal shifts, environmental cues, and matching them against your accumulated life experience. That gut feeling isn't random. It's sophisticated information your conscious mind hasn't caught up to yet. Women tend to have particularly accurate intuition because we've been trained since childhood to read rooms, track emotional undercurrents, and sense danger before it becomes obvious. That skill doesn't disappear in adulthood. We just learn to doubt it. The most confident women have stopped arguing with their instincts. When something feels off, they honor that information even without evidence that would convince others. This doesn't mean abandoning reason. It means giving equal weight to your felt sense of situations. Logic handles facts. Intuition handles context, subtext, and the 1,000 invisible signals that determine how situations actually unfold. Start small. Notice when your intuition speaks. Then wait to see if events confirm it. You'll build trust in that inner voice, which then becomes a reliable compass rather than something you constantly second-guess. Point 2. Prioritize self-care without guilt. Most women treat self-care like a reward they haven't earned yet. You'll take that yoga class after the project wraps. You'll schedule the massage once things calm down. You'll start that morning routine when life gets less chaotic. This mindset positions your own needs as luxuries rather than infrastructure. The result? You run on fumes while helping everyone else stay fueled. Your body keeps score, even when your calendar doesn't. What to prioritize instead? Treat your well-being as non-negotiable maintenance, not indulgence. Your car needs oil changes whether or not you've been a good driver that month. Your mind and body require the same practical upkeep. This doesn't mean spa days and bubble baths, though those count if they genuinely restore you. For many women, real self-care is boring. Consistent sleep schedules, saying no to obligations that deplete you, eating lunch away from your desk, moving your body in ways that feel good rather than punishing. The shift happens when you stop justifying these choices. You don't need to earn rest through productivity. You don't need to apologize for boundaries that protect your capacity. Studies from the American Psychological Association confirm what you already know. Chronic self-neglect doesn't make you more available for others. It makes you resentful, depleted, and less effective at everything you're trying to accomplish. When you normalize meeting your own needs, something interesting happens. People around you adjust without the drama you feared. Your partner picks up slack. Your kids become more self-sufficient. Colleagues stop assuming you'll always volunteer for the extra work. They weren't intentionally exploiting you. They were simply responding to what you demonstrated was acceptable. Change what you demonstrate and watch them rise to new expectations. The most confident women you know aren't more selfish. They're more honest about what sustainable contribution actually requires. Point 3. Move with purpose, not perfection. Most women move through space apologetically. You make yourself smaller in crowded spaces. You rush through hallways. You hesitate in doorways, waiting for permission to enter. These micro movements signal uncertainty, even when you're completely qualified to be exactly where you are. This isn't about taking up more space aggressively. It's about occupying your space fully, without apology or rush. What to do instead? Slow down by exactly 10%, not dramatically, just enough that you're no longer rushing through transitions. Walk from your car to the building as if you have every right to be unhurried. Move through your home like you own it, because you do. This sounds absurdly simple, but watch what happens. When you eliminate rushed, jerky movements, your nervous system interprets this as safety. You can't fake calm to your own body, but you can create the physical conditions where calm becomes possible. Your breath naturally deepens when you're not rushing. Your shoulders drop away from your ears. These physiological changes then signal to everyone around you that you're grounded, even in chaotic environments. This applies to small gestures too. Reaching for your coffee, turning to face someone speaking, opening your laptop. When you move deliberately rather than frantically, you embody certainty. Women who seem unshakable aren't performing confidence. They've trained their bodies out of the perpetual startle response that comes from decades of feeling they need to earn their place. Your body is the only instrument you have for navigating the world. When it moves with intention rather than apology, your mind follows. You'll notice yourself second-guessing less, simply because your physical presence now matches your actual competence. Point 4. Speak slower for powerful impact. Most women speed through their points, especially when nervous or challenging someone. You rush to get your idea out before being interrupted. You fill pauses with extra words. You end statements with upward inflections that turn declarations into questions. This pace communicates uncertainty, even when your content is brilliant. Fast speech reads as anxiety or, worse, as seeking permission to finish your thought. What to speak like instead? Cut your speaking speed by 20%. Let your sentences land before adding the next one. Embrace pauses as punctuation, not awkwardness. When you slow down, 3 things happen simultaneously. Your voice naturally drops slightly lower in register, which research shows increases perceptions of authority. Your words have time to form more precisely, eliminating filler phrases that undermine your points. And critically, you give yourself time to think while speaking, which allows you to respond rather than react. This feels uncomfortable initially because silence in conversation has been coded as weakness for women. We've been socialized to fill every gap, keep energy flowing, smooth over tension. But strategic silence is power. The most compelling speakers, think of anyone whose TED Talk you remember, use pauses deliberately. They let important points breathe. They give audiences time to absorb rather than barraging them with continuous information. Try this in your next meeting. Make your point, then stop completely. Count 3 seconds in your head. Don't add qualifiers. Don't soften your stance. Don't ask if that makes sense. Just stop and wait for response. The discomfort you feel during those 3 seconds, that's growth. You're rewiring decades of conditioning that taught you to make others comfortable at the expense of your own impact. When you speak slowly, people listen completely. They stop interrupting because you've claimed your time. Your confidence becomes contagious because you're demonstrating that your words deserve space. Point 5. Embrace imperfection as strength. Most women have been conditioned to believe that confidence comes after you get everything right, once you lose the weight, once your career stabilizes, once your home looks like those you scroll past online, once you figure out that thing everyone else seems to understand instinctively. This creates a permanent state of not yet. You're always one achievement away from finally feeling secure, except the goalpost moves every time you reach it. What to embrace instead? Acknowledge your flaws openly before others notice them. This isn't self-deprecation. It's strategic honesty that disarms criticism and builds genuine connection. When you own your imperfections matter-of-factly, you eliminate the fear that someone will discover you're not perfect. They already know. Everyone is imperfect. The difference is whether you're pretending otherwise. Research in social psychology shows that vulnerability, when delivered from a place of security rather than insecurity, actually increases credibility. It signals that you're confident enough in your core competence to admit specific limitations. This looks like saying, I'm still learning this software, so I'll need an extra day, instead of pretending you're proficient and then panicking privately. It sounds like, I'm terrible at remembering names, please remind me, rather than nodding along in confusion. The women who seem most at ease aren't the ones with perfect lives. They're the ones who've stopped pretending their lives are perfect. When you normalize your humanity, others relax around you. They stop performing their own perfection, which creates space for real relationships instead of comparative ones. Confidence isn't believing you're flawless. It's knowing your worth isn't diminished by your flaws. That distinction changes everything about how you move through the world. If these habits are already shifting how you think about confidence, drop the word confidence in the comments right now. And because you're still here, you've earned something extra. This bonus habit might be the most powerful of all. Bonus point. Start your day with a power pose. Most women begin their mornings collapsed. Hunched over phones, shoulders rounded while making coffee, bodies folded as they rush through getting ready. You're physically communicating defeat to yourself before your day even starts. What to do instead? Spend 2 minutes in an expansive physical position immediately after waking. Hands on hips, feet wide, chest open, or arms raised in a V overhead, or simply standing tall with shoulders back and chin level. Research by social psychologist Amy Cuddy found that holding powerful postures for just 2 minutes increases testosterone by 20% and decreases cortisol by 25%. Your body chemistry literally changes based on how you hold yourself. This isn't about feeling powerful and then standing confidently. It's about standing confidently and then feeling powerful. The physiology drives the psychology, not the other way around. Do this privately, in your bedroom, bathroom, anywhere you won't feel self-conscious. Let your body convince your mind that today you're someone who takes up space without apology. This sets your baseline for the entire day. You'll notice yourself maintaining better posture naturally. You'll feel more entitled to speak up. You'll move through challenges with less internal resistance. Confidence isn't something you wait to feel. It's something you practice physically until the feeling catches up. So let's bring this all together. Number 1, trust your intuition as sophisticated pattern recognition, not irrational feeling. Number 2, prioritize self-care as non-negotiable maintenance, not rewards you haven't earned. Number 3, move with purpose by slowing down just 10%, eliminating apologetic rushing. Number 4, speak slower, using pauses as power rather than filling every gap anxiously. Number 5, embrace imperfection openly, disarming criticism before it forms. These aren't personality changes. They're micro adjustments that compound into undeniable presence. You already have everything you need. These habits simply help you access it consistently. Thank you for being here and engaging with this community. We've recommended your next video on screen. Watch that one next. See you tomorrow.